everyone, welcome back to another video. My name is Brooklyn and today's video is my reading vlog for the romance trope Read-A-Thon, which if you don't know, Sarah, which I will link her channel down, can be. Hey, here, come on, get off it. No. Oh, there's fucking candy canes, hang on. Okay, let's start that again. Sarah, which I will link her channel down below, has created this wonderful week-long read-a-thon, which is happening during the second week of June, from the 4th of July to the 11th. And we are reading lots and lots of romance. We've got 3 bingo boards to complete. You can do it. You can just do 1. You can just do like 3. I'm gonna let you know what I'm reading as we're reading because we'll keep it interesting. But there's 9 books that I want to read. 3 are contemporary romance, 3 are dark romance, and 3 are fantasy romance. What I'm most worried about is the fantasy romance because they're some of the chunkier books, but so are the contemporaries. But anyway, what we're starting with is my billionaire trope. So we're going to do Love Redesigned by Lauren Asher. I am currently halfway through this. I read probably about 20% of this before the read-a-thon starts, so I guess I can't count the whole book towards it. I'm currently reading this one. This is actually set in the same world as the Dreamland Billionaires series at Lake Wisteria. We were following like an interior designer who is quite famous. She had her own show, but she went through a really bad breakup and has decided to move back to the lake. And she has a complicated relationship with the local billionaire. He is grumpy. She used to be sunshine, but is going through it at the moment. And they have just had a rivalry since they were younger. So yeah, they have to be with each other. They're very close family friends. And it kind of just follows her journey back to recovering from this really bad breakup. She's found out some horrible news, and they team up on a project for a house because he owns like a building company and like a real estate and all of that stuff. So yeah, they team up on something and have to work very close together. So I'm excited to see if this is as good as Dreamland Billionaires series because I really enjoyed that. I gave them all 5 stars, I think, so I'm very excited. So far we've had mentions of the other brothers, but not like, they're not like in them or anything. And as for an audiobook, because I like to have both going at the same time, I am reading City of Gods and Monsters for my fantasy romance trope, which I have now completely spaced on. I'm feeling like enemies to lovers. I've heard amazing things, but this one is very chunky. I think it's like 25 hours in the audiobook, so we need to get on top of that. So I've got a few things to do around the house that I will listen to this during that. But I'm very excited to get to this, and I'm excited to have a week with Sarah reading nothing but romance. And yeah, I'm very excited. Let's see if I can actually read 9 books. Okay, I've been reading, and that's how I feel about the book. No, this is not as good as the other ones, and why is it so damn big? I've got like 30% left and I want it to be over. Like, I do not care about these 2. I think that they got together in the book way too quickly. Like, I love a slow burn, but this was just way too fast. Like, I can do a fast-paced romance. Like, I can do it. I get it sometimes. Like, you want to be together. But the scenes of them together is giving me the ick. I don't know why. Like, every time he opens his mouth, it gives me the ick. And their decisions are stupid. And yeah, the only thing I loved about this was that we got a mention of one of the brothers, the guy in the last book of the Dreamland series. And that was fun. Like, they obviously, in that book, he had the lake house, which is Lake Wisteria. And yeah, I loved that book so much. So it was really nice seeing them there together. But other than that, I don't care. I love like yeah, there's no like found family aspect really. It's just a few family members. Yeah. The thing that is going to make me pick up the second book is that I'm really hoping it's between his cousin and his babysitter for his son, because the vibes seem hype there, but not for this. Like, I'm just not vibing. Like, I almost considered DNFing it, but I've got 30% left and I need to. I guess I'm gonna push through, which really sucks. But anyway, we're gonna finish this now, and I will update you shortly. Okay, I finished. I don't really want to talk about it. I don't have many thoughts. 2 stars. Whatever. It's over. But I did something a bit more. I needed something a bit more. So I started Insatiable by Lee Rivers, and we're on our dark romance board now. This one is for our revenge trope, which I don't know. I tend to read them like it's enemies to lovers, I guess. But these guys, this is like second chance. And yeah, he's very much, if I can't have her, no one can. And the way it's been building up is like she cheated on him in the past and now they're not together and she's the toxic one. But I feel like the circumstances made him to believe that, and it might not be quite true. So I'm interested to see, because I'm not sure how I feel about second chance romance. But this is very, very dark. Like, there are some themes in this that I haven't really seen before in books, but I'm looking forward to seeing what it has to offer. I've heard really good things, and so far I am really enjoying it. But I'm gonna go to bed now, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow. We just got back from a walk. It is the next day. I read a bit of Insatiable last night, but not very much at all. But this morning I read quite a bit. I think I'm on 37% and I'm obsessed with this. It is very, very dark, but yeah, this man kills for her and shows no remorse. His dad is a psychopath who's locked up in an institution. He's killed people. He's a twin. It's her best friend's brother. And it's kind of forbidden because they had a relationship in the past. Something's happened. We haven't really touched too much on that, but it's unforgivable for him. But I feel like she hasn't actually done what he thinks she's done, but she can't tell him the truth. But the thing is, she's hiding a stepbrother from everyone she knows, like her friends and him. And yeah, pretty much everyone she's hidden for like the entirety of high school and now like 3 years, because she's stuck in a house with her stepmom, her other stepbrother who's quite nice, but then there's one that's really abusive towards her, and it's really dark and like confronting the stuff that has been going on between them. But she feels like she can't tell anyone because of what this guy will do. And then at the same time, Cade is feeling stuck in this situation that he's gotten himself into with another part. Like, he's kind of like a bounty hunter. And this person's supposedly helping his dad get out of jail or whatever. But he seems to just be copying it all and doing unforgivable things and just getting blackmailed, and nothing's really happening to help his dad. These types of things, they're really dark, they're really intense, and yeah, it's not like affecting me that like badly. I was worried that I would get triggered, but I'm fine. I didn't actually read the trigger warnings in this because I don't know why. I think I had like just skipped through that to see if it was dual POV for whatever reason. But it is, and I missed all the trigger warnings, but that's okay. And then on my walk, I continued listening to City of Gods and Monsters, and I'm about 15% of the way through now, and I'm really enjoying it. It's giving urban fantasy, and it's like she's the chosen one. She's been hunted after by these people, but she thinks she's mortal. Her friends thought she was mortal. I'm really enjoying all the different types of fantasy elements, like warlocks, witches, vampires, werewolves, that kind of things happening. So I am really, really enjoying that. And also demons. It's very much giving Shadowhunters in that way, because he is like a demon hunter. And yeah, I am loving that aspect. But I wish I was physically reading it, so I might immersive read it later because it is on KU, but I wanna be, when I'm physically reading, I wanna be reading this. So I'm hoping to get a massive chunk of this done tonight. It's currently 4 o'clock and I've done my jobs for the day. I've been for my walk. I've had lunch, so I don't need to do anything like that. So now I can just sit down and binge read this, I think. I think that's basically the plan. So we're gonna do that. And also, there's already been a 1-bed trope, 1 hotel room available, 1 bed. I'm obsessed. Okay, updates are happening. I finished Insatiable, and oh my goodness, let me tell you about this book. It combined everything that I love in a dark romance. It had enemies to lovers. Technically, they hated each other from the very beginning, like as like 13-year-olds or something. But then they got into a situationship, I don't really know, when they were older. And then something happened, miscommunication to the shit house, but it was necessary, whatever. And then they really hated each other, and they both hated each other for different reasons because they thought the other did different things. And this just combined what I love about dark romance in it. Like just the longing and the lust, and also just, I don't know, just the vibes were immaculate, and I loved every second of it. I loved the humor. I loved that they found comfort in each other, even though they had thought the other one had done something wrong, which just proved that they really did love each other. And like, it was revenge, I guess, dark romance. Like he set out, I mean, I don't know, but he was definitely like, if I can't have her, no one else can. So he literally killed anyone she slept with when they'd been broken up. So that was a lot. But he was kind of messed up anyway. But he's not the most messed up person I've read. Like, I've read a lot of more messed up people. Yeah, he was pretty normal for me. And if I'm saying that, yikes. This guy was boring. But he, like, was so sweet, and the circumstances that he'd been put into had made him into this other person. And yeah, like, I hate the miscommunication, but I loved the way things were done, and the fact that this is the first book in a trilogy, which I didn't realize is just about them. I am sad because I have to now wait until I can read the next book, but also I'm so excited that we get more books, because I thought it was about the other couples in this series, which I'm glad it's not, which I'm sure we'll get like crumbs of that. And I don't know if it's another series, but those people weren't as interesting as these two. So yes, I am living for this. It's like living rent-free in my mind, and I'm so happy that I read it, and for this week nonetheless. But for City of Gods and Monsters, which is the only other book I'm going to complete in this video because it is nearing the end of the week. I did not get to my 9 books read. 1 on each bingo board. That was what I was striving pretty much to do, and then I'll try and complete the bingo boards as the month goes on, like to get a bingo. But City of Gods and Monsters is on my fantasy romance bingo board, and I think I had it as a different trope, but now I'm thinking that it's going to be slow burn. I'm feeling that's going to be the way, because this book has a lot of books. This series has a lot of books in it. Like, I think maybe the 4th one just got released, and they're very thick, and like nothing has happened between them yet, and we're like, I don't even know, like maybe I'm 40% of the way through, maybe not quite halfway, but the tension is tensioning, and that's not like the main point of the story, which is hence the fantasy romance aspect. Like, we're getting crumbs of that, but especially because it's the first book, we're world building, we're building up the plot, we are introducing characters, lots of different characters, lots of different fantasy elements, lots of different new things to learn. So yeah, there's lots going on, and the romance is not the focus, but we're kind of getting to that stage of the book where they are being like, the force proximity is there, so they're noticing each other a bit more when they did not enjoy each other's company at the beginning. Like, it wasn't enemies to lovers, but it was like, I don't want to be with you, I'm being forced to be stuck with you, and I don't want to. And like, it's that fantasy romance couple where he says don't do this and she does it, and then he just gets the shits with her because she just wants to help and be a hero when she is literally a mortal. That's what we think she is anyway. And yeah, it's like Bella and Edward, like, don't get out of the car. Of course you got out of the car. You do not listen to me. So that's where we're at the moment, but I will update you. I'm planning on getting through a big chunk tonight and tomorrow, so hopefully I can finish it tomorrow night, and that will be the last day of this week-long read-a-thon, which I had so much fun sprinting with Sarah, spending time with Sarah and a few other people that joined us along the way. It was really fun and I had a good time, so I'm very happy about it. And I've read some good books besides, we're not going to talk about that. Like, it wasn't the worst, but I don't have time for bad books right now. I need to get those 5 stars going. My 2 most recent reads, Insatiable and City of Gods and Monsters, are up there with the books I've read recently, like up there from differing from the books that I've read recently. So I'm really happy about that. It's kind of got me back into the swing of things, wanting to read all the time, which is really good to feel. So yeah, I'll update you tomorrow. Hello, I am jumping on to conclude this video. I finished City of Gods and Monsters and I really liked it. I'm still undecided on a rating as such. It's around like the 4 to 4.5, but I am so excited to read this series and yeah, be on the bandwagon now. I am with everyone. I'm very excited. But yeah, I had such a great time in this reading vlog. I know I touched on it so many times in the last clip, but thank you to Sarah for doing this. I had such a great time. I read 3 books and I did 3 tropes, so I'm very happy with that. And yeah, I can't wait to do this again hopefully soon. But I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you read this week and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.